What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and we're back with the Eternal Empire, our efforts to bring the entirety of the old world under the forces of order via the Amethyst College. So, we've got lots to do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We have Adamar Lyskin finally moving east. Once the game catches up with me. He's got a long distance to go. We didn't actually move him at the end of last turn, so let's go to where we were going out here. He's got to go up through the mountains, because we want him to come over here, start looking towards defending against Grimgor Ironhide and his boys. Might even get him to go up the Silver Pinnacle way. But that's not here nor there. We have lots of orcs and goblins pushing in from the Badlands, and we have very few forces to deal with them right now, because we're dealing with things up north and in the northwest. It's where all our major generals are, and they're pushing across the inland sea here. The inland sea, the Norscan Sea, isn't it? Kraken Sea, there we go, and the Frozen Sea. They're going across here to fight Archaon the Everchosen and all the forces of chaos there. What we're going to end up doing is Marius Leifdorf is going to take the Tower of Torment, which will be fine. We'll bring Elspeth and Static back through here, and we can crush down all of these territories. And we can bring a force up from the south. Now we do have orcs and goblins going nuts around here, which, whatever, it's fine. Are they at war with the forces of chaos? No, they're not. And unfortunately, we can't use the Imperial factions benefit to start tweaking them. We got a Mammoth Rider down here who is basically losing to our garrisons, and we got a couple armies that are going to come through here. So what's going to end up happening is the Emperor and Jackson Nussbacher, they're going to take out Krakadrak, and I'm probably going to split them, depending on what our friends in Kislev do. If they go off against Wintertooth, we are in a position to send those two armies to the east and deal with them there. And we do have several other forces all set up and ready to go. We're pushing PC west because we're going to be going to war with the World Walkers again here not too long from now. What we might end up doing is starting to bring Lebs down here to deal with this. We don't know what's in Wulfric's army, but we know it can't be great. Just before we let the other nations go and actually start this off with a bang, we're going to see what our diplomatic options are. Hexawaddle, we can get some diplomacy with, which is going to be good. We need Hexawaddle on our side. They've held off against the Dark Elves for a long time, and it's something that we need in that area just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Now, if we can get Yvres as an ally, we'll take the money, and they are allied with the other two elven nations that we want to be friends with, and they're getting there with Caron and Harsasson and Illyrian. So the Elven Isles are pretty much coming together as one. We could peace out with Wintertooth, but that's not really what we want to do because they're at war with all our allies right now, and we can take a couple more of their cities, especially giving us footholds against the Norskins. So we have that option in the back of our mind. We have some money right now, but we're not going to use anything. We're just going to repair damaged buildings if we can for the places that need it. And we'll let the other nations go to start it off. We'll get into this as quickly as we can. Having a nice little sip of soda first thing in the morning. You know, it's entirely healthy, right? Soda is soda. Soda is good. And we are still fighting down in the Southlands on the Dragon Isles. We have wars and battles all over the place. The big thing is if we can hold the World Edge Mountains against the Orcs, and we can hold the Northlands against Archaon and his boys. Now, I was expecting one of these fights to come in. And that was at, who knows, Carrick Doom. It's up north still. We are expecting that one to come in. And there we go. My wife asked me to get some sauce open for her, which, of course, she's priority. Now I have a little bit on my hands. It's tasty. It's our homemade barbecue sauce, so... Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, and Hexawaddle is new regional power, so we're good there. Alright, so let's just go with Garrison Lords right off the bat and see what we're doing. So we got Boris Todbringer, and we don't have anything to do there. We need to get up and take on the Shattered Stone Bay and the Scrap Towers and all that. And we got both of the Legendary Lords for Nurgle there. But what we can do is it's got a beach right next to it. So what we should do is we'll get Cloud to go first. Go into the sea there. Boris Todbringer will come into the same place. And then on the next turn, we'll jump them both out and take on Shatterstone Bay. But what we'll do is we'll have Boris take Shatterstone Bay, and then we'll engage Tamerkan and get him to fall back, because he'll probably not want to fight us one-on-one. Much of the islands are under our control, and we are still working with it, so that's good. Balthazar's Guild's forces are still recovering, but we don't... Sitting back is not a great thing. He's still got a lot of Nurgle corruption there.
It is best to move.
But we're going to start moving him in, because we need to get these forces up to deal with the orcs and goblins. We're going to rush through and take out these Nurglite forces all the way up to the halls of the Great Hall of Rhesus. And then we're going to start bashing in the orcs and goblins in the area. And if we can push up from here, that'll be good too. Now, static lore. Where did Archaon go? Festus the Liege Lord. Archaon dipped. Can Elspeth make it to him? No, she can't. I don't want to put us in a situation where we got to fight all of these at once, because those are all legendary lords. So I guess we're going to have to fall back a little bit here to deal with it later.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Now, Karl Franz. This area has how much chaos corruption? It's got winter corruption, which is not going to do us any good.
Yes.
So we're just going to move you down a little bit here.
To the provinces.
Get you guys moving, and it looks like Boris took that, and then he's probably going to the Winter Pyre. Those two places are going good.
The men. Into battle.
We'll get a Miserly Horde, because we don't want to fight that battle right off the bat.
Sigma forbids this.
Alright, so next turn, Marius Lightdorf is going to do the same thing. Now, Lebs. Where did Wulfric go? Because they're at war with Bretonnia.
Praise be to Sigma.
The Greyling Moot. Coastalton is coming in. Have we been at peace with them long enough is the real question. May not be the greatest idea to start a war with them, but we'll start getting set up to do so. So we got Coastalton coming in, and that's all going to Kislev. Yeah, if we pop out, put you in camp stance, start moving you up. Because if they're actually used Marcus Wolfhart. Now,
Sigma has heard my prayers.
We got to get Volkmar the Grim busting his butt to get up to this territory to start helping us fight here. We do have the Tower of the Bloody Tooth here, which, yeah, it's pretty good. We're making 4 grand a turn. I don't think that's quite enough to start a new army. And Alariel's there. I wonder if she's going to go after Karon Kar and take that on. Because PC has probably the best balanced army that we have right now. And I don't really want to send him on a wild goose chase.
Move!
But if... We're not doing that today. We're not doing islands. Go here. We don't want Captain Cicicio to come after us, because he does have a fairly good army. We could beat it. It's not bad. Well, her, I guess. But I don't want to put us in a position where we're having to move behind everything.
Let us move!
So Nuln is maxed out. Altdorf still has some things that can get upgraded. Just its walls, really, and its artillery field. I think we're just going to keep that on. And we got some damaged buildings. Pair those up. Some more damaged buildings. Put artillery range in there. Because eventually it's going to be fighting the orcs and goblins that's going to be the test. I mean, Archaon's a pain, but he's not the end-all be-all. So I think we're going to divert towards Silver Pinnacle. Why can I not move you anywhere?
I live to serve the Emperor.
So Adamar Lyskin will pull up this direction. On the shortest possible path. Doesn't want to do that for us, I don't know why. There's nothing really we'd want from a Grand Cathay outpost. We'll just let the other nations go and see how it works out. I'm surprised that the Exiles of Khorne are still in this. The Cult of Pleasure's not a threat right now. Most of our allies are way weaker than us. So's Grimgor's Ardboys and the Warhost of the Apocalypse by definition. But we don't want to underestimate them. Our forces are spread out. So just because they're better doesn't necessarily mean that we can take them on without any technology. Not technology, that's what's coming up. Let's get improved heavy weapons, get our infantry going, because we do have great swords everywhere.
Empire of our innovation.
Alright, so this is what we wanted to do. We're going to bring Boris on shore. Now, it'd only be a close defeat with that.
Praise Sigmar. War calls.
And we can get him to bugger off.
Into battle.
Now, it's a close victory. We got the garrison, and we got him. We do have a bunch of artillery. What's the battlefield look like for us? When it wants to load up. Oh, it's taking so long today. Okay, so it's just a flat field. Our reinforcements will be coming in from behind. I think we'll move the arrow to the other side. If we can take this, that gives us the entirety of the Dragon Isles. We can purge the corruption and just deal with it normally that way. And then we can push from there. And that lets us bring Balthazar Gelt in. And then we have a force ready to roll up the entirety of the Nurgle area and take them on. Now, what's dangerous in here are these great unclean ones and the blight drones. They got some corrupted Nurglite ogres, riders of Nurgle. Makes me want to play another Archaon playthrough, because I like being able to have each one of the armies themed around their god, and then pushing them south. Like, each one gets Demon Prince or Lord of that and goes in. And then you get Undivided Lords that get the Undivided Demon Princes. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy playing the Chaos factions, but yeah. And they get so many Legendary Lords by the end of it. Every time a Legendary Lord dies, you can get them. But that's the benefit and downside of the mod, is you automatically get the other Legendary Lords. So, yeah, is what it is. I think we are going to pull that reinforcement banner. Yes, let's point at the screen down around this way to about here, and then we're just going to set up here and then try to blast them as they come around this corner. Or wait until all our forces are on the field and then move them up together, and that way our artillery can do most of the damage and most of the work, and we can have our Bright Wizard deal some death to a lot of things down there while we wait. Now, they got some Exalted Plague Bearers, which not good for us, but we'll deal with it. So what we're going to do, first things first, it's only going to take a minute and 43 seconds to get them here. So, set up our front line as we always do with Boris's units. Right about, let's take this hill to start with. Set up our gunners here, our steam tank and our land ship. You're a group, so we'll set you there. And our mortars. And we'll take the skirmish off. Did we take the skirmish off of them? No, we did not. Boris can go here, and we're going to have our wizard get ready, and that should be all of our forces. See if we can knock out a few of the enemy forces before our troops get to the field. Epididymis is only level 8, which is kind of weird. Our artillery is already going to town.
Seething fire. A wind eyes glow hot. Faster! March! Go! Taking position!
Okay, our spells caught a little bit of it, not a lot.
Formation, march! Ready for war! Wise counsel!
Send out some more spells.
To battle! Yes, quickly! It will be done!
So we can eliminate these blight drones. And we can focus on what really matters. Overcast that, send it across their lines. So it'll be another 3 minutes until our reinforcements get here, but we're dropping them fast enough that it's not really becoming an issue. They're not even in gun range yet.
Moving!
And the Rotting Riders are coming up.
General! Attack! Attack! By Ulrich's wrath!
And if we send one on that direction, we might catch more.
The Heldenhammer!
They are starting to get around our side, which not ideal.
Right wizard! I set on fire! No lingering!
Send our captain over here to keep an eye on those chariots.
Blow deathly winds. Curses of shadows.
And let's vent some steam.
By Ulrich's wrath! That's an order! By Ulrich's wrath! I set on fire! Battle awaits!
Let's not charge him all the way down the line.
Yes! Wise counsel! It will be done!
Just overclock our heroes. See what they can do.
Ulrich's wrath! For Heldenhammer! Burn everything! Cannon!
We'll need to get them back onto their war machines if we're able to.
Grave danger. Angle of elevation! Withdraw! Ready for war! Seething!
Now we need our reinforcements to show up. I mean, our dwarves and our greatswords will hold the line pretty well.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Creators!
And there we go. We got some reinforcements coming in hard. So let's just start charging these guys in.
Sigma preserve us! Ready for war! For France! Moving out, sir! For Heldenhammer! The winds glow hot!
Alright, our second wave of infantry is finally here.
Ready for war! It will be done! Ready! Wise counsel!
Just keep our generals overclocked as much as we can.
Ready for war! Charge! Taking position! Moving
Let's
up
get Kane out of there for right now,
to battle!
while the rest of our forces are jumping in.
For Heldenhammer! For Heldenhammer! Charge!
All our archers are starting to do their thing. The Great Unclean Ones are the ones doing the heavy lifting here. But we did kind of expect it.
Sigma! Halberdiers! Now! By Dormaras!
We'll definitely have to take the casualty replenishments after this one. But if Epididymis is knocked out and the rest are fleeing,
Hearts will stop. What do you bid? Yes, my lord!
we'll take it, even if it's a close victory. It's Pyrrhic in this case, but that's fine. Now we lost more than half of our troops for Boris's force. Only lost 93 for Cloud, though. And definitely made up for it with the losses we inflicted on them. So it might take a couple of turns for us to regen Boris and Cloud's armies, especially their heroes who seem like they're hurt a little bit. And then we can start pushing out with them, but we've got the Grand Theogonists coming up from the south to help on the Western Front, and we've got the Supreme Patriarch coming from the east to deal with the rest of the Nurgleites, so we're not in a bad position just yet. And that was worth 10,000 experience and a lot of schematics. We're definitely going to occupy it. Research rate and immune to contact effects, nice. And everybody's getting good against Nurgle, and we have the Dragon Isles now. So where's the one with corruption? There we go. So all of our armies seem to have got our guys leveled up. And we're going to get another couple of points of fervent. Get rid of the corruption.
Yes, my lord.
Doesn't really matter what we take for our wizard, because he's got everything that we could need. So take wound.
I will marshal the men.
Last point, devastating charge, and we might as well gain spread control, because he's going to be in areas where he's going to be. Cleanse corruption there is good. Get opportunist and fleet-footed.
Ready.
Now, we definitely need to get our warrior priests leveled up a little bit better. And he's way off in the distance. Get him cleanse corruption for right now. What's up with Daniel Ebbs' army? Cloud has leveled up though, so we can get leading the charge and statesman. And his warrior priest can gain the mark of Hish, protecting against magic, and another point in tenacity, so he has more hit points.
The Maggot Lord has no use for you.
Alright, so we're secured there, and we've got the Dragon Isles under our control. And we could level each one of those. We have 14,000 gold, so we can start doing some stuff with the Dragon Isles. Now, there is another level for the Dragon Island here, which is money, control, growth, and gemstones. So we kind of want that as we go. Let's grab
I am a
Balthar Gelt.
supreme
His
patriarch.
gold wizard here can get battle hardened. Be good. Oh, guess they're...
Move.
There's wisdom.
Magistrates can gain balloons now. And that's one of the western provinces.
Bid you a warm welcome.
And they're our military allies, so that's good. Let's check if there's anything else that we can do with diplomacy right now. Aside from maybe piecing out with the Wintertooth. Alright, so static lore. We have a chance that we could go after Festus and then go after Archaon. He's camped there. If we go to normal march,
By good sense.
we can get him for
Onwards,
reinforcement
there is
rage.
much to do.
He's going to take a turn of damage, but that's fine.
Elspeth von Draken.
Ulrika Magdava. Get Foe Seeker. Get her the other things that she needs.
Shaiish empowers me. They call
Now
me
push
the
Festus
Graveyard
back.
Rose. I suppose it suits well enough. For Verena and Nuln.
Now this should be a decisive victory. Couple of choke points. We just need to get our artillery in range and let Elspeth do a lot with her spells. Thinking maybe later today I'll do that chaos playthrough for myself, because that'll be fun. Bunch of different demon princes. It's just hard to get the factions up, because I always start as Archaon. To have the Chaos Undivided feel so I can have a Lord of every type. So in their army, the Doom... Wow, why do you have Zinchi and stuff? Does not make sense. It's also one thing I hate about the Forces of Chaos. Oh, I'm a Cornate faction. We're going to have spellcasters. Or I'm a Nurgle Lord with Zinchian units. I get it if it's an undivided Demon Prince, but not, come on. You got a Cornate champion as well as Nurglite champions? That's not right. That does not compute.
We are Sigmar's heirs. Handgunners.
Okay, well this is a different style of battlefield than we fought on before. Looks like the enemy army is mostly over here.
By Ulrich's wrath.
Engineer.
Let's get Bruckner and his unit. We'll set you guys up here for right now. Might as well channel magic while we're at it.
Great cannon.
The Graveyard Rose.
Now let's go over here and start dropping some spells. I'll drop that onto Festus.
By the amethyst wind. All will meet more in time.
Alright, let's pull Elspeth back before she gets too screwed up.
Onwards, Reaper.
Reaper's hungry.
And there's Static Lure and our reinforcements. I was about to drop that spell on our own people.
Mage of death.
Got another big clump of them over here. Exalted Hero. I mean, Festus is already gone.
Doom take thee. Shadows at my call. By the amethyst wind.
Adam Reaper! Great swords! Long beards!
And let's just get everybody set up in proper groups.
Missiles ready! Missile infantry! For the comet! Ready! Hand gunners! Ready to serve! Great swords! Hit the ground! Hand gunners! Quick march!
Just get reset up for these guys.
Champion of the Countess!
Just look at the health drop on those guys as they charge forward.
Ulrika! Spirita of Shaiish.
That should almost be the army break penalty here. Uncle for an uncle. Should be fading out of existence. There we go. Decisive victory and knocked Festus the Leech Lord out. We lost 41 troops compared to, well, 264. Granted, a lot of them were demons too, so that's why they weren't breaking and running. Alright, so let's take the army on replenishment.
Safety to Sigmar.
Master Engineer.
Elspeth von Draken.
Alright, so PC just got his
I am
Griffin.
Prince and Emperor.
We got to level up here for our Amethyst Wizard. Which is good. He's the next rank at 50, and he's pretty high up there now. 45, yeah.
I will marshal the men. Now, it is for the best.
Bring me to my men.
Yeah, I'll go and take Krakadrak.
Step too far.
That should be
To
good
the
there.
provinces.
Marius
To
Lightdorf,
war. Into battle.
you're going to take that next turn because you made your landing.
To Sigmar. Honored to serve.
Send you there.
Just hammer of Sigmar. Following Sigmar's path.
Looks like our dwarven allies are starting to push back against the orcs too. That's always a good thing.
By the
PC
comet.
leveled up. Now we do need to get Sigmar's ward here if he's got a griffin. Just makes
What?
sense. And it looks like they did
Sigmar forbids
take
this.
Karon Carr. Alright, that's done there.
Expedition is eager.
Marcus Wolfhart.
Move, comrades.
Alright, so we're doing good there. We have some unassigned
Imperial
points.
Scholar.
Static lore. Hard to hit might be good. He's got Imperial Gunnery, which is what we needed. His army's not the greatest, though. I'd love to do one that's focused on knights, but it is what it is. Let's just get him hard to hit for right now. That'll be fine.
Upgrades are vital.
His captain, I think, is starting to work on other things. That looks like. So let's get spread control. That'll work there.
Amethyst
And
Magistrate.
Furix. Yeah, might as well get boost income. Bruckner got a level, which is good. Get Assassinate, not that it really matters for him. And Ulrika Magdova. Let's get Staying Power. And then we can get her other shooting ones. Should be good.
Like,
You're
what
Grim.
can I do? I'll take
there.
the high road.
Kalara, that's in our heroes-based army. Endurance of the Oak, more hit points is better, and that's Daniel Ebbs' force, so that's going to be good there.
Right, Archlector.
Archlector here. That's an engineer. I guess Bandolier will be good. Yeah, it's in Adamar's army.
Praise be to Sigmar.
So let's try and get you up to Silver Pinnacle. Get you there as fast as we can. And what else are we going to deal with? Well, we don't want to level anything up. We'll save as much money as we can. I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to go here. Somewhere in this region. We've got dwarves coming in to help us. We got a couple of really big ones there. Yeah, maybe down here to help out. I mean, we got a lot of armies there as is. So, Emperor's going to take there. I know this is a long-winded way of saying I think we should get another Lord. And I think we're going to go with General of the Empire for this one. Monster Hunter, Regal. Tough will work better.
To strengthen the Empire.
And this will be Stuco 1184. We'll leave Ludenhauer as his last name.
To the
We'll get Route Marcher and all the basic stuff. We'll get the Sigmar's Ward and Brass Lunged, and a couple of pieces of full plate armor and Scarred Veteran.
Let
Put
us
you
move.
in Uberstreik, and we're gonna get you 4 of those. 4 of those. So we can cancel those off here and do them here. Get 1 extra there. Can't do the Demigryph Knights or anything like that, but we can go with a couple of units of Empire Knights. That's going to be a fairly decent starting army. Looking at the time, I think we're going to call it a little bit early this week, guys. So if you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And be sure to leave a comment down below so I know who wants to get in on all of this, because I love having you guys as my generals and my teammates. You guys are awesome. But remember, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.